Hello, everybody. I haven't been around for a while, and that's not going to change anytime soon. July is a crazy month for me. I have actually recorded things that I wanted to post here on YouTube, but I just haven't had a moment to edit anything. So I actually did record me sorting out my studio, which isn't quite finished, but it will be. I've got 3 days now until I teach in my bigger studio, and I'm really looking forward to that. The floor is all painted, so yes, I recorded myself in a bit of a fast, fast slow motion, stop motion, so that you can see what I got up to. It's quite a big process, but I had a lot of fun doing that, and my goodness, was it a workout? And you'll see why. So I hopefully I will get round to doing that. Just maybe, I'll get time to do a little short with some of that. I'm going to cut out the bits where I was dancing, or maybe I won't. We'll see. Anyway, so that's that. I'm also coming to the end of teaching my experimental still life course, but I'm going to be doing quite an intensive amount of live filming to create a painting that's large as that. That's actually quite big. It's about 90 centimeters by 120. That's one I've got to finish for a customer. Or a collector, I should say, rather than a customer, quite soon. And I've got work to do for the Point Contemporary as well. And a course I'm teaching at the end of July, which you may or may not know about. So that's something I did want to mention. I'm going to be teaching intuitive painting. So intuitive painting can obviously be a lot of things. I certainly see still life as being potentially intuitive painting. That's what it is when I completely invent something. I mean, just coincidentally, behind that old strainer, behind that old strainer over there is a greeting card of one of my paintings that was completely imagined. So to me, that's intuitive painting. Intuitive painting can also be something completely abstract. It's all about feeling, mark making, and emotion. So it's going to be really fun to explore the kind of marks that we all naturally make. There are still a few spaces left on this course that I'm teaching via Penn Studio in America, and I'll be teaching their time in America. It'll be 10 a.m. I think till 1, but in the UK time it'll be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and I'll be teaching in this studio, and it'll be on Zoom. So I'll be able to see students if they want to be seen, and then I'll be setting homework, and it's actually 3 workshops, so 3 3-hour workshops, one a week. So that finishes, I think, on either August the 4th or August the 5th. So if you're interested in that, pop along to Penn Studio. I'll put a link in the comment below so that you know where to go and you can see more of the details. I've just updated the materials list actually to make it more clear, because initially when I devised the course, I wanted to experiment purely with 3 tubs of golden acrylic. So primary magenta, primary cyan, and primary yellow. From those colours you can get almost any colour. I'm not a big fan of black, so that isn't something that I listed on the materials list. But of course I'm aware that those tubs of acrylic paint are anywhere between sort of 40 to maybe £70 depending on where you are. So I really wanted to make it clear, if you are one of those students, thanks for booking by the way, you can use whatever paints you like. You don't even have to use acrylic, because what we're going to be doing is exploring what comes out of you. So it's not so much about the techniques, although I will be using acrylic paint and you will see me creating from using those, and I'll be layering, and I'll obviously be doing some technical things, but I'll just be using acrylic paint the way I always use them. I will be using some matte medium. I might be using a little bit of collage. I've got wet strength tissue paper, so I'll be exploring mark making on that. The primary thing we're going to be exploring in the first week is colour palette, so the emotion of colour, and exploring some limited palettes. I'm going to show you, if I can find them, my colour palette explorations using just very limited colour. So 1 blue, 1 red, 1 yellow, and maybe one other colour and white, and then showing you how you can develop your own colour palette. And those of you who are on my experimental still life course, this is exactly the sort of thing that you've already done. And then we're going to move on to exploring your mark making with those palettes. So that would be the first week. And then the second week is going to be actually exploring the types of intuitive painting that you want to do. So whether that is pure abstraction, whether that is somewhere like a hybrid, almost bringing in your memories of childhood, it could be. So we're really going to explore what you feel and what you think intuitive painting is for you. So I'm not going to tell everybody to do intuitive still life or just stick to abstract. You can explore what you want to explore. That's the beauty of it. And then in the final week, we will actually be creating some paintings together. Obviously, that may happen in week 2 and maybe even happen in week 1. Certainly with week 1, if you are going to do collage, which again is completely optional, it's not something I do a lot of. I tend to do it much more on small scale if I do it, but I will be doing it because it's something that I'd like to explore. I've lost my train of thought now. Yes, paintings. You may essentially create layers in the first week that you then use in week 2 and week 3. We'll just see how it goes. It's going to be very, very fluid, and I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Really am. So if you're interested in that, go to the link below and you can read all about it. But I think I've told you the essentials anyway. So it's literally 9 hours with me, and then I'll set you homework for the first 2 weeks. And I'll be giving you feedback as well through some kind of software. What's it called now? I think it's just some kind of tablet. Maybe it's called tablet. Anyway, that's for me to discover. The technical aspect, you'll be pleased to know that I will have an assistant. So I will not have to be controlling everything, and it will be, as I said, I think it'll be on Zoom rather than YouTube. So I just wanted to also show my face and say I am still here and I am fully intending to resume my YouTube activities. And I'll see you soon. Okay, lots of love. Bye.